Thank you.
Let's move on to schools being shut down. This is contributing to the story that Lydia was reporting. Lawmakers are now calling for a bipartisan investigation into the impact of school closures on children with disabilities. Joining me now, Independent Women's Forum senior policy analyst, Heritage Foundation senior writer, Kelsey Bolar. Kelsey, great to see you. I've been talking about this throughout the pandemic shutdown when schools were closed. That hit women disproportionately, and it was a generational setback for women in the workforce.
You're absolutely right. And the solution to this problem is actually not that complex. The first step is to reopen schools. We have known that school closures have disproportionately pulled women from the workforce because whether we like it or not, they are often in families the first caregivers who are going to, step back and take the time to homeschool if they have to. The fact that schools are still closed when so many Americans are now receiving the vaccines is unforgivable. We know that children, especially those with special needs, are suffering, and I hate to admit it, but as soon as Joe Biden signs this so-called COVID relief bill, the teachers' unions will have won. They kept schools closed so that they could leverage that power to get more funding, and that's exactly what they're getting. They are getting an additional $130 billion in this COVID relief bill, despite not even spending a fraction of the money that was allocated to them in the previous COVID relief bills.
That's when you elect a lifelong politician, somebody who's been in politics for 50 years, to the top job in the country. That it's like, I've said it before, muscle memory. You choose unions over children. That's where, and women, by the way. I want to get your reaction to this really quickly. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry sat down with Oprah Winfrey in that explosive interview detailing their experiences within the royal family. Listen to this.
He won't be given security. He's not going to be given a title. And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. They were willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband. I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
The latter.
Kelsey, what's your takeaway from that interview?
I think we need to call this interview what it was, an attempt to take down the British monarchy. I don't deny that Harry and Meghan have legitimate grievances that they deserve to be able to share. They deserve to be able to tell us their side of the story. But the allegations that they put forth last night, they didn't provide any details or any practical way offering solutions to improve upon the issues that they claim they face. They sort of just lit the house on fire and walked away and are sitting here like pretending as though they are the victims when in fact, they are living a millionaire lifestyle in Hollywood now with this huge Netflix deal. I mean, nobody should feel bad for them. And I think it's kind of disgraceful to do, to a family that has devoted its life to public service. Again, they might have legitimate grievances, but in that interview, they could have offered productive ways to improve upon the monarchy instead of just throwing flames into it and walking away.
Great to see you, Kelsey. Kelsey Bolar. I've got to go back and watch it a second time. I watched it this morning. Thank you so much.